Hi, welcome back to the FT Zone. Our session today, our guest speaker is Atiya Khorakiwala, an architect who's working on her PhD at Harvard University's Graduate School of Design. And her dissertation is entitled The Well-Fed Subject, Modern Architecture in the Quantitative State. And it looks at the fixation on creating stable food supply systems in India in the 50s and 60s. I'll have you talk about it, but I'll just read this in introduction. Studying infrastructure and architecture that allowed the system to proliferate. Studied architecture, bachelor's in architecture from Kamla Raheja Vidyanidhi Institute of Architecture, Juhu, and MSc in architecture studies from the History, Theory and Criticism of Architecture and Art program at MIT. So Atiya will make a presentation and talk about her work, and among the material that she referred to while working on her thesis was a lot of archival films from Films Division. We'll be watching some of those. And afterwards, we have George Jose, another PhD scholar, who is doing a joint PhD from National University Singapore and King's College London, who's going to respond to the talk and the films and be in conversation with Atiya. So I'd like to invite Atiya to join us here and introduce the program, and we can start with her talk. Thank you.
Hi, thanks Mukul for having me here. So I do have, this work isn't directly from my dissertation, but it is true that I do look at a lot of archival governmental image production in my work. Today I'm going to speak about how road infrastructure serves not only to provide access and combat what we know as the tyranny of distance, but also has political functions which are concealed in the materiality of the road. These hidden functions, other than creating, connecting, and caring, functions that are not so obvious, are the claim to territory, strategic alliances, and normalizing functions. So consequently, I want to kind of make the argument that roads operate as a site for the occurrence of many simultaneous meanings. The material connectivity provided by the road is operationalized to alter geography in many different ways. And all roads are not the same. Different roads do different things. And I think today's films really showcase the various functions that roads are called upon to do. And so today we're going to watch 4 films, 3 of which deal with specific... can we go to the next slide? 3 of which deal with specific roads built in the northern and at the northern and northeastern borders of India, and 1 film on border roads in general. So all 4 films were newsreels produced by the Films Division. They are not dated, as you will see, but one can glean from the films that they were probably produced in the early to mid 1960s. And so the 3 roads in the order of their screening are the Srinagar-Leh road, built in 1962, which you can see at the top there, and it touches Kargil. The Gangtok-Nathula road, which was finished in 1958, so that was actually the earliest, and that's the road in the middle over there. And the third one is the Bhutan road, built in 1962, which is in Bhutan. As you can see, it touches the southern border of Bhutan at India. 2 of these 3 roads, the Leh-Kargil one, the Leh-Srinagar one, and the Bhutan one, were built by the Border Roads Organization. And the third road, the Sikkim Road, was built before the BRO existed as an institutional entity, but it was still built by the army. All the roads were built by army engineers with civilian local labor. So the BRO is a military appendage that goes by the very macho acronym BRO. And it is somewhat notorious for its chauvinist. Can we go to the next slide? For the chauvinistic road signs along its road, which you will have seen if you've ever driven to Leh. And of course, when it comes to a nation state, machismo and chauvinism are hardly a funny coincidence. They are part of the toolkit of security and expansion through road building and infrastructure. After all, the BRO was also asked to build roads in the Adivasi regions of Bastar and Nakshal areas like Gadchiroli, which are not physical borders at all, rather they are political boundaries. In places where the state does not have legibility. These roads, built at the margins of a political entity, not just a territorial border, carry with them the promise of socio-economic development. That is, the road allows the state to penetrate into regions that it has not necessarily been able to control before.